Hello guys, my name is Nancy and I garden in Zone 5A, Minnesota. Hydrangeas are one of the most rewarding shrubs for your garden and landscape. So today I want to tell you about the best hydrangeas you can grow in colder climates like Zone 4 and 5. This is from my own experience growing hydrangeas in the past 8 years. And actually, from all the hydrangeas that there's only two types that you can grow in colder climates without doing much. But I will also mention about the third type, but this one requires a little work. Number 1, panicle hydrangeas or Hydrangea paniculata. They have cone-shaped flower heads. They are very long blooming, reliable, and adaptable to a range of conditions. They are the most cold and most heat tolerant of all hydrangeas. They grow in zones 3 to 9. They are the only hydrangeas that will form trees. They prefer sun most of the day, but in colder climates, they benefit from some afternoon shade. Most bloom in mid to late summer with beautiful autumn colors. Most blooms start white as they start blooming, but they change to pink as they age. Blooms also add winter interest. Some of them can grow up to 8 feet and others up to 3 feet. They can survive in shaded areas, but the flowers will be diminished. They prefer well-drained soil. They don't need fertilizer, but apply once a year if you prefer. They bloom on new wood. Pruning is not necessary, but pruning will help create the strongest, thickest stems. I would recommend to prune in late winter or early spring. There is so many varieties to choose from, but let me give you some examples of the ones that I have growing in my garden. This one is the Bobo hydrangea. It grows 3 feet tall but 4 feet wide. The blooms are creamy white that often turns pinkish in the fall, and it grows in zones 3 to 8. This is the quick fire hydrangea. It blooms a month before any other hydrangeas. It features loose, open flower heads that start white and go pink in the summer. It grows 4 feet tall and wide, and it grows in zones 3 to 9. The Pinky Winky hydrangea. This one has large pink and white flowers. It prefers part sun to full sun. It grows up to 8 feet tall, and it grows in zones 3 to 8. The Vanilla Strawberry hydrangea. It has large white cone-shaped flowers that start white, then develop a light pink at the base before turning into a rich, deep pink. It prefers sun to full sun, and it grows up to 7 feet, and it grows in zones 4 to 8. Little Lime hydrangea. It grows in part sun to full sun. The blooms are green, followed by white, and then pink. It grows 3 to 5 feet tall and wide, and it grows in zones 3 to 8. The Limelight hydrangea. This is a garden classic. I don't have this one. It has large flower heads that start lime green and then mature to white, followed by pink as the temperatures cools down. It grows up to 8 feet tall and wide, and it grows in zones 3 to 9. Number 2, a smooth hydrangea or Hydrangea arborescens. These hydrangeas can tolerate hotter climates. It grows beautifully in part shade though. It is hardy in zones 4 to 7. Sometimes they are planted as hedges because of their size. The leaves are heart-shaped, thin and floppier than the mop head. Since they bloom on new wood, you can prune them in the fall or spring. I prefer to leave mine through the winter because I want some winter interest. The Annabelle hydrangea is the most well-known of these varieties. The blooms are white and ages to a light green. An improved version of the Annabelle is the Incredible hydrangea, which is pretty much the same plant but with improved stem strength and flowers more profusely. Now, if you don't want a white flower, then you can have the Incredible Blush, which is pink. Next, let's talk about the hydrangeas that can grow in colder climates but require a little work if you want them to rebloom or bloom every year. And they are the big leaf hydrangea or Hydrangea macrophylla. These hydrangeas are rebloomers. They bloom on new and old wood. The blooms can be blue or pink depending on the pH, and another ones are white. Growing these hydrangeas was a learning experience. I thought they were the same as my other hydrangeas, but no. I loved the blooms the first year. They had less blooms on the second year, and the third year just a couple blooms. So I was wondering what I was doing wrong. So after a little research, I learned that I had to protect them during the winter. And I actually did a video this past fall. So if you want to check it out, you can check on the link that is right on the right side of the screen. And I also had to apply a slow release fertilizer in the spring every year. These hydrangeas grow in zones 4 to 9, and there's two varieties of this big leaf hydrangea. One of them is the mop heads hydrangea, which have big dome-shaped flower heads in blue, pink, or white. And one of the most famous of these hydrangeas is the endless summer hydrangea. And the other one is the lace caps, which form a flower head that is composed of a ring of colorful florets surrounding a lacy cluster of small florets. And an example for this one is the twist and shout. And I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.